Alright, folks, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful pee. I know I certainly did, and Fergus did too. Let's see. So, where are we going now? To the west. Westward ho. Like the good Americans that we are. Let's see here. Down this little spur. Ah. This San Antonio spur. What's this? We still have Scent of Saragon, so let's take a look. Oh, good. What kind of sword is this again? Sword of Knur. Not to be confused with the Sword of Kinnear, the mighty blade wielded by actor Greg Kinnear. Alright. Went and got myself a nice weak cup of coffee. I find that if I have too much caffeine in a day, bad things happen. So hopefully this will not do me in. I can usually just have one cup of coffee a day. That's pretty much my max. That's kind of a family trait too. I'm not the only one in my family who is that way. Oh, wait a minute. There's a pit. Yeah, my mom can't drink more than one cup of coffee. She actually just drinks decaf now. I probably should avoid coffee, to be honest with you guys, because it turns me into an absolute mess. Even worse than I am normally. But I thought a hot beverage might help me with my my sinus issues. I'm scared about that pit that we just vaulted over. There we go. Whee! It's always fun. Let's take another look at the map. There's something there. Oh, God. Get him. Nice. This is going to be harder than I thought. Let's see if this works. This is going to be kind of embarrassing if this works. I remember, you know, we fought one of these in the early part of the game, and it was not a challenge. So far, it's living up to that same... Oh boy, that was tough. Excellent. Let's just speed through here. And nothing. Alright, well, let's climb the stairs. Hours passed. Just as Owen was beginning to wonder if they would ever see the light of day again, the walls of the stairwell widened and were illuminated by dim shafts of light piercing the darkness through an oaken door. Pushing it open, Owen gasped at the marvel of the leafy canopy which spread above them. Ooh, pretty. Pixelated beauty. There's a little house over there. That must... well, that's the cave that we came from. I can already see that this is going to be a tough area to... oh. They were not alone. Oh, this is the standard. Somebody's going to talk to you. Hey, look at this guy. McCanner Bandok. I don't have another Scottish accent on file, despite being of Scottish heritage. I don't really know how the people speak. I could be like Mel Gibson and do a really crappy one. Who else is a famous Scottish person? Susan Boyle. Let's not even try that. Let's just forget I said that at all. Billy Connolly. Guy looks kind of like Billy Connolly, even. I can't do a Billy Connolly impression. It's an awful mess from here on out. Wyverns have come in from the mountains, have singed things up a bit. If we hadn't been beating back flames this past few weeks, I don't even know. That doesn't even sound remotely close to him. Oh, God. Scottish. Famous. Other than Sean Connery. We've already done that. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm really thinking this through. I'll just read it in some fashion. I don't know if it's going to really be anybody in particular. If we hadn't been beating back flames this past few weeks, we'd been through a month sooner. I don't know how many roads are passable at this stage. What kin of yourn that come and helped us clear out this mess in the mine left as soon as as word reached us that fires were approaching Elvenar. I don't know what kind of accent that is. It's gonna have to work. You're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to listen to it, and that's just how I'm reading it. So there. Where do the wyverns come from? Where else, lad? The Northlands. Some new bastard Mordell leader I heard harassing your kinfolk. I hope you hadn't any kits in arm's way. Wow. This is awkward. No. What of the Mordell? A few as what had the nerve to cross over from the Morlin have already got themselves skewered, though I know that the Prince Colin had been on the frontier looking for others. The biggest concern as yet is to put out the flames and get help to those that got trapped behind it all. Jesus, this is unreadable. So there's been fires here. We didn't start the fire. No, let's just not finish that. Prince Colin leads? What of... or Callan? I don't know. What of war leader Thomas? Poor news indeed. 3 days ago, Thomas led a band of elves to stem raiders what had come from over the river near Morlin. They beat the raiders back alright, but in the melee, the warlord took a thrust to his side with a tainted blade. Tainted blade! I'm going to drink my coffee and forget that happened too. Maybe the coffee was a bad idea. They had to carry him back to Elvenar, though I understand it wasn't without a struggle. Thomas wanted to stay, but word was carried back to Aglarana of his condition, and that was the end of that. Prince Colin assumed... Kalin. I don't know what to... I'm going to say Kalin. Prince Kalin assumed control of the patrols at that point, and Ikeny's still up near the... Ikeny's still up near the northeastern fringe of the forest, carving up Mordell. Does the war leader yet live? That lad has ever been a fighter, and a tenacious one at that. Sooner he'll let them cut a leg off than succumb to this poison. I wouldn't worry. Really? Whatever. I think it took your kin for a turn, though, seeing Thomas fall. I never heard of it happening in the 15 years he's been with your folk. So I don't think that he's an elf. I mean, the name Thomas doesn't sound like a elvish name, but... We're required in Elvendar quickly. You mentioned fires? Extinguished now, though not without a fair portion of foot stomping and bucket carrying. I thought for a while the whole forest might become all one ferocious blaze, but Tathar and the rest of Queen Aglarana's spellweavers managed to put an halt to that business. Then we should have no difficulty returning to Elvendar. I don't know I would exactly say that. There's still a fair number of those wyverns flapping around the forest, though Tathar's been working night and day to bring the blighters down. Is that even the... They're mixing their idioms, I think. Right? Isn't that what that's called? Do Scottish people say blighters? I don't know. I'm not from around there. Even taught Prince Colin a few... I'm saying Colin, apparently. I said Kalin, and I was going to say Kalin, but it's Colin now. A little bit of spellcraft, what can bend the will of those cantankerous lizards, but I understand it still hasn't put a halt to the raids. What of the dwarves? Oh, we volunteered a few men, but as you elves don't much like outsiders in your realm, we've respected your borders. King Dolgan did send a few volunteers to help out the Elf Queen, but the lot of them took a terrible weariness once they entered the forest, and could go no further. It'll be great. I can do Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. They must have fell afoul of one of your fabled sleeping glades. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's awful. If we may face wyverns, it might be wise if we had our armor repaired. Are there any armor crafters in Caldara? Are there any laves in Elvendar? That's fun. I'm going to keep doing it. You gone daft! Of course there's armor crafters in Caldara. You don't have to go all the way, though. I can repair it for a few gold. And if you watch Cluse, you might even learn a bit about the craft of repairing armor. Does 100 sovereigns suit you? Oh, this is splendid. Splendid, yep. That's the adjective I decided to use. 100 sovereigns is very cheap. Suits me just fine. What do we need to do? Well, lad, I'd be much obliged if you'd remove any armor you have on... I'm sorry. If you'd remove any armor you might have on under that tunic of yours. And if your elf friend would do the same, we'll get to work. Now just watch what I do. Someone told me once a few dents in the armor can actually be beneficial. Something about them catching blows that would ordinarily scrape... Oh, God. Along the surface and into the chinks. Makes some sort of sense when you think about it, I suppose. Maybe it would be a good idea to make armor so that it already has bumps. Facets. If it already had the built-in, then the armor. You already finished? I finished. You'll find your armor is in as good as... I can't... Oh, man. I don't know why this is so delightful for me. I'm having a great time. You'll find your armor is in as good a condition as it can be, lad, though I dare say you have earned a great deal more if you'd spent more time listening and less time talking. Oh my god, why? Whew. That gave me a case of the giggles for some reason. I don't know why. Gorath has fantastic armor craft now. Oh yeah, and our armor's all fixed. Splendid! At what cost, though, dear viewer? At what cost? So this is apparently a very tree-filled area. But we have some buildings up ahead. I think I'll pay them a visit. There's nobody at that one. Can we just walk through the trees? Apparently so. Do we try... Jesus God, that was awful. I can't believe I... If anybody's still watching after that, congratulations. You have an amazing amount of tolerance. Alright. Gorath halted, blinking slowly. He put a hand over his stomach, then looked towards his confused-looking companion. Oh, bad shrimp. Hold for a moment, Owen. I wish to speak to you. Why? Why? What is it? I merely wish to prepare you for things that may transpire before we reach Elvenar. There are magics, things ancient, which have kept the Morthel from crossing into the forests of the Eldhel. But I feel those things have been awakened. I may have some difficulty in completing our journey. Difficulty? What do you mean? I'm going to have a wicked case of the Trotskys. It was not my intent to alarm you, only to reassure you that no matter what may happen between here and Elvenar, I have come to consider you a friend. Oh, Gorath, don't get all mushy. Jeez. Wow, these are some big ass trees. There's apparently a shop here. I was really hoping for an inn. Oh, it's dark. So apparently Greater Caldara is just kind of strewn along this road. Alright, fine, we'll sleep on the road. What is that? Anything? It's a brooch. Interesting that we would find a Morthel brooch here in Elfberg. Owen banged at the door with the side of his fist. After a moment, a man's voice called from inside. What do you want? Could you give us some fresh water for our packs, or pouches, or whatever? Asked Owen. There's a well just down the road. Now leave me alone. Further conversation didn't seem worth the effort, so they left. There's a well. I have my doubts about the quality of that water. No one had answered the first knock, so Owen knocked again. Finally, a hoarse voice called to them, heavy with a dwarven accent. Who's calling me? We come from the kingdom. Can we come in? Owen asked. Aye, the door's open. Do as you like. They opened the door and entered a dimly lit room sparsely furnished. In one corner they could make out a shape, apparently laying on a bedroll. Come in, rest your bones a minute, said the dwarf in a tired voice. With his eyes closed, as though he were seeing the event on the inside of each lid, he told them of his journey from Caldara and of the wyverns he had seen circling Elvenar. The bloody Morthel roaming about too, took a sword to the side from one. He rolled over and they could see the deep gash extending from his hip halfway up his hairy back. Could we do anything for you? Owen winced at the gaping wound. Nah, it looks worse than it is. I just need a few more days to rest up, that's all. They wished him well and left quietly. Oh, okay. Let's go to this shop, now that it's daylight out. Oh, there's nobody doing business here now. I thought that text said that they were just closed. Temporarily. Split tree goods. Splendid. do you got for sale there, partner? Key of lineages. Oh, gray tower plate is very expensive. Well, those kobolds might have to wait. I really need some of those. Like, really, really need some of those. Really, 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 real bad. Really need some of those. How is your haggling ability there, Owen? Mediocre. I'm gonna keep haggling at it. Because that's a lot of money, because I want to get a lot of these. I'll tell you what, I'm going to haggle off screen because I don't want to pay that much. I'm a cheapskate, what can I say? So I'm going to keep haggling, and I will let you know once I finally make a purchase successfully. Well, I managed to successfully haggle for whatever that was worth 6 sovereigns per stack, which I guess was kind of worthwhile. But I also bought one of those keys of lineage. One of those keys of lineages. There. That's how that's supposed to be said. I also bought Owen a fancy powder bag. There's a stump. With a key. There we go. I'm off the main path here. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Let's actually go back. I would really like to find an inn if I can. I don't know if that's something that they have around these parts. Don't know if they have those kinds of accommodations. That looks like an inn. That's an inn. Yeah, it's just off the main trail here. Oh, it's abandoned. Well, shit. These trees are going to make things extremely difficult. Ah, it's this guy again. Yeah. That's the... whatchamadinger, the... Macmordain Kadal. Alright, fine. We'll just keep going then. Boy, I really would like to kind of explore more, but it seems like we've got this road, and then it's just it's... You can just kind of go wherever the hell you want, but it's just all fucking trees. It seems like a really good way to get lost. Let's see. Oh, that's the stump that we ran into before, I think. Yeah, I can't see a damn thing through these majestic, pixelated, old-growth beauties. God. Where to go? What to do? Maybe this is like an introspective thing. Like I'm supposed to be thinking about life as the birds tweet. Some water. I saw a thing over there. That's a Rusalki, yeah. I think I'm going to avoid that. I'm going northeast, so... Shit. Shit! Shit! What the shit is this shit? Are these must be the wyverns that they were talking about. Okay. Okay. Just stun him to start with, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna be breathing fire at us or... Ow, I bet that hurt, whatever that was. Now that didn't do damage to him. Hang on a second. I might be thinking of something. Brace yourselves. Let's try this one, because then the splash damage hopefully won't hit Gorath. Da ha ha! 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 Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay. Probably wasn't the best way to go about this. Hey, alright, Owen got a kill. Sweet. You need to cast Fetters of Rime. And it doesn't do damage. Let's make sure of that. That's weird. Shit, I forgot about that. It doesn't extend the effect. When you cast it on somebody who's already affected by that, it doesn't freeze them for additional time. This is kind of cheating. But I'm scared. How about that? You know what? Good shot, sir. Let's see if we can finish him off here. Oop. Bit him right in the kneecap. My God. He kissed his little feet. There you go. Well, those guys aren't that tough. That got a little bit dicey, I guess, but Gorath's abilities have increased. Do tell. Oh, he had a haggling increase from earlier, too. And I'm assuming, like most other beasties, that these don't. There's a thing there. What's this thing? Oh, shit. It's a tarp! Oh, this is easy. These posts will shock us if we cross between them around here. Can't draw a straight line for some reason between these two posts. Yeah. So, I'm gonna walk over here. Gorath just hang out there. And have Owen go over here. Go there. Ah! Look at that. Smart guy over here. How smart this guy is. I wonder if that's indefinite, that'll stay in place. That's one thing that, yeah, you can do that as long as you want, once you've disarmed the trap. Easy peasy. Alright, let's freaking rope. Kind of reminds me of in Return of the Jedi when Chewie sees that piece of brisket or whatever hanging from a tree. Gorath grabbed the rope, then planting both feet firmly against the tree, began to climb up to the top. Owen followed. They stopped on a wide branch that was helping to support a small house. There didn't appear to be anyone about. Shall we go inside, young Owen? Why, yes, we should. They entered the small tree house. It appears that whoever left did so in a great hurry, Owen said. Beneath a hammock-style bed at the far end of the room, Gorath found a chest, its cover ablaze with strange symbols painted a fiery red. Carefully he opened the lid and looked inside. Huh. We'll give you one. Because you used one. That was special. Okay. I'm assuming that that's like a dragon emergency kit. In case of dragons, use this. Or wyvern, excuse me. There's a bridge over there. Right over there. Ah! Caught this guy taking a leak, it looks like. I'm gonna save the game.